What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome to F1 Season 8 highlights. This is race 5, this is the Malaysian Grand Prix. If you are new to my channel, do subscribe, welcome, and do go check out my previous highlights. Earlier on in the season, I do apologise for this video coming out a little later than usual. I have been in the process of moving house, so I'm currently sat in my own place, which is awesome. And yeah, I'll be trying to upload in the next few days and get back on track. So, in terms of the season so far, I'm currently second in the standings, so a very solid start to the season, especially as I'm not as quick as I used to be, but I'm feeling good for this race. In qualifying, I did a bit of a cycle lap on the medium compound tyres, and now I was onto the softs. And hoping for a better performance in qualifying. I'm pretty well known for not being good at qualifying, but very consistent in the race, which is a bit of a strange combination, but we'll come to the line. First lap on the soft tyres, and that puts me up to P3. Something I did realise though, a lot of people were on the medium compound tyres, so I don't know if they're going to try one stop in the race or something, but we're improving on this lap. We have done two flying laps on these set of tyres. I thought I had to go again, but I actually didn't really. Didn't even gain a position, so we've qualified in 5th place, which is a lot higher than usual, but yeah, it puts us in the mix for hopefully a podium in the end of this race, but the usual suspects seem to be at the front, and yeah, as I said, a lot of cars on medium compound tyres, so there should be a big variation of strategy. I put in no practice for this race in terms of strategy as well, so I was kind of confused looking at this. 3 stops? I mean, I've done most races with 1 stop, so this is going to be something different, and I had no idea about tyre wear, so I was just looking here and kind of guessing. So yeah, the race is going to be interesting to see yeah, how I'm going to use the strategy, so we might have to get a bit lucky, but we're starting. It's a nice sunny day, 5 lights, and away we go, and we actually get a pretty good start. The cars around us are on the medium tyres, but we've got the slipstream of Xbox Nuthead, and we should get past him. I was looking for a line here. Where was I going to go? Who was I going to follow? And I decided just to stick in the middle. Headshot goes a little bit wide. Zygon's gone wide from the lead, but we've got the inside line up the inside of Nuthead, and we kind of swipe across him a bit aggressively, but I felt it had to be done, and we're up to P2. That's been a monster start there. Very happy with that. Zygon's absolutely all over me, trying to fight back after his first corner mistake, but I am not going to let him pass. He's trying an alternate line here, but no, he cannot get past me into the middle sector here. And now we've got to try and chase after Binary, who's got a bit of a lead already, even on the medium compound tyres, but these tyres early on didn't feel great at all. They obviously had quite a bit of wear. I did 2 flying laps on this set to try and get higher up the field, higher up the grid even, but yeah, I wasn't sure how long we would actually be able to take these, but yeah, they were a bit of a handful. Coming to the end of lap 2, Zygon's on the back of me and seriously put me under pressure. I thought I might be racing him in this race, so being defensive and trying to just defend the position, even though I'm losing a bit of time to Binary ahead of us. So I keep him behind for now, but it's only a matter of time until he attacks me again. He is on the same compound, so yeah, we might pit around the same time, but I thought Zygon's going to attack me now. My tyres are quite worn, so I thought I don't want to waste time battling Zygon. I'm going to come into the pits, probably a little bit too early, but still, we would get a bit of an undercut on the rest of the field, so yeah, things could get interesting. So coming into the pits, I just put on the medium compound tyres. Usually I put on the hards just so it gives us more options in terms of strategy, and I know the actual tyre wear, and I could probably guess how long the mediums are going to last, but yeah, it's kind of let's wait and see what happens and then decide the strategy later on. So we've come out in P16. Mr. Tan's behind us has already pitted, and on lap 6 now, there's some cars in the pits, but Key, look to the right. Zygon is coming out the pits, and we've got the undercut and kind of stayed ahead of him, so we're up to P10, but still there's cars ahead of us who have not pit. As you can see, Angry Terrapin, I think his name is there, is ahead of us, and he's on the soft tyres, so they've definitely got to be worn out. 6 laps is quite a long way on them soft tyres, and yeah, you'll see through this section he does hold me up. I wasn't sure how slow he was going to be, and I was very cautious behind him. You could see he's really struggling with his tyres, so I thought, I've got to pounce, got to get the move done. It's much better grip, and I thought he saw me here, but I don't think he did. He pushed me onto the grass, and we kind of slide off the grass, and I do apologise for making contact there. All I can say is there wasn't much room left there. I went onto the grass and I think I kind of like slid onto the grass and hit Angry Terrapin, so I do apologise for that, and that's given Zygon a run on me, and I think he's going to go for the move here, aided by DRS. He does get it done. Are we going to go for a bit of a slingshot here? Different line. Let's see if we get some decent traction here. He is on the hard compound tyres, so theoretically we should be quicker, but his tyres are, I think, 2 laps newer, which could be helping him. We're looking for the line to go for the move, and we're going to try and do some late braking here around the outside of turn 1. Can we get this move done? We've got the inside for turn 2, and that felt so satisfying. A brilliant move there. We cut across Zygon again. Feeling very aggressive in these early laps, I've got to say. I really did feel in the zone. I felt like I had some pretty good race pace and I was on for a decent result. So we're coming on to the back of FIFA Boy, but I just make a stupid mistake here. We're far too wide. It's a tricky corner, but I've been very good at that corner on this game, I've got to say, compared to usual. And yeah, that was a stupid mistake. We got a warning there, which I thought was very harsh. I mean, it's a double penalty. You go wide, lose time, and then you get a warning. So Zygon's on my case here. I think he's waiting to use DRS again down this straight, but we've got DRS as well from FIFA Boy, and we're going to have to look in the moves. I'm defending from Zygon, but trying to use FIFA Boy's slipstream to pull ahead, and FIFA Boy, I think, kind of moves out the way. He knows he's not really in this battle, and that is us up into P3 when most cars pit, and we've gone a little bit deeper now. Bonta ahead of us is going long, and I think Binary's still in the lead, so once again, Zygon is trying to get past me. I think it's pretty clear that he is quicker than me around here, and I am holding him up, but I think I could be racing him later on in the race, so this could come back to help us. This time Zygon gets a move done. We think about going up his inside, but we don't have enough grip to fight back, and he's finally got the move done. He is up to P3, and I was just trying to stick with him for now. So he could pull me along, but we had a bit of tie wear, but I made the same stupid mistake once again. That's very unlike me making a mistake there, and I've got to be honest, I think that's a harsh penalty. 2 times there, well, the first time I did corner cut, I think was like on lap 3, but 2 times going wide, that's a harsh penalty. I didn't decide to appeal it because I wasn't completely sure about the rules in F1XL, but yeah, let's see if that 3-second penalty does come back to haunt us, because it would be very disappointing if it did. So we're coming into the pits. These tyres were pretty much shot after 8 laps, so there's been talk about one stop around here. How anyone does that, I don't know. So we've gone on to the hard compound tyres. We're coming out just ahead of Lethal Lins here, and I needed to keep him back because I'm not sure if he would hold us up. I'm not sure about his pace around here, but I was fighting here, and we just keep him behind us. I think that's very important, and hopefully we can pull away. So in terms of strategy, I was thinking maybe stretch these to around lap 22, 23, and then put on some fresh softs at the end. I'm not sure if this is really an optimum strategy, 3-stop, but that's kind of what I had to go for. Because of my lack of knowledge before the race. So practice strategy before the race, that's what I need to do for next race. But Lins, I don't know where this pace came from. He followed me the full lap and I had to fight back. I wasn't going to let him through. A bit of tyre to tyre contact there, and a little bit of a stupid corner cut there, just praying not to get another penalty. But luckily for us we didn't, and we maintained 9th position. Now we're up to P5. More cars have been into the pits, and I think that's Zygon ahead of us onto the hard tyres again. So I think that pretty much confirms he is 2-stopping. So yeah, it looks like Zygon's going to beat us here, and it looks like we're probably fighting between 3rd and 5th position, which wouldn't be too much of a bad result, considering our strategy I don't think has been the best. So Pontus in the pits now. He's making his final pit stop, and he's the guy I thought I'd be chasing down, because he had, I think it was about 6 seconds ahead of me, but I'd be going on to the soft compound tyres in the final stint, so I would have the advantage and hopefully close him down. Xbox Nuthead's just come out the pits. He's made his final pit stop, and effectively we're not racing him either because we've got another pit stop to make. And it shows how much time we've lost doing a 3-stop over 2-stop. I think a 2-stop's probably the optimum strategy around here. So I really do try my best just to let him through. And it didn't seem to happen at all. This is like the most I've tried to let someone through before. And I didn't want to lose any time, and it just couldn't happen. I was saying, please, just go past. Please go past. And then suddenly I got some traction here, and I had the better momentum, so it was really weird. But just get past. I think I was fighting Bonta in terms of the order for 4th place. That's what I had in my mind, but to throw a curveball, we have the safety car. I think we've had a safety car in every race this season, so yeah, it's definitely mixing things up, and it's been very good to me this season, I've got to say. So I did pit and go on to the soft compound tyres. Surprisingly, the cars, I think, ahead of me, none of them pit. We do have a back marker Punisher there, so hopefully he gets the hell out of the way. But the front three I don't think pit, so we have a bit of an advantage here. Fresh soft tyres, a lot of rich mix all the way to the end, so hopefully dispatch a Punisher and then attack the top 3 and just see what we can do. So here we go, green flag is coming up and away we go. Thankfully Punisher pit, so if you did that on purpose to get out the way, thank you very much. We lose a bit of momentum compared to the top 3, but here we go, the final 3 laps. This, I've got to say, was incredibly exciting. I was so tense and nervous. I was actually, my arms were shaking a little bit. And down here, we go for the move. I just didn't know where to go. Where was Xbox Nuthead going to go? So I was being a bit cautious, waiting for something to happen, and here we go. Get a slingshot, get a decent run. I was trying to get in the slipstream, but yeah, it was a little bit too close. Xbox Nuthead using Zygon's slipstream, so I think I'm going to try and go around the outside here. We do have the grippier tyres, so let's see what happens. So we go for late braking around the outside. Can we get Zygon as well? I don't think we will, but we should get Xbox Nuthead here. And there we go. We cut across them again like I've been doing the whole race, and up to P3. And now to chase after Zygon, who is on the hard compound tyres. I was shocked, I've got to say, that these 3 didn't pit, and if they did, then I'm just getting the strategy all wrong. But yeah, we were defending from Xbox Nuthead there, but we've got a good slingshot. We're on the back of Zygon here, but Binary's not far ahead either, so we've got a shot at winning this, but we've got to remember that stupid 3-second penalty. So there's no DRS enabled at the moment after the safety car, but we're using the slipstream to get past Zygon. Are we going to go around the outside again? We've done it twice already in this race, not at this corner, but it shows we're pretty good on the brakes. We've got a pretty good run here. These soft tyres are working very well, and we've got ourselves up to P2. I think it's a bit of a drag race into turn 1, but I think we've got it. Yes, we do. So, can we chase after Binary on the final lap? He is on medium compound tyres. I think they're probably pretty worn at this point, but I just couldn't catch up. He had great pace on the final lap, but the mistake is here. Oh, I thought he was going to go totally off the track, do a Sergio Perez from, I think, 2012. Well, it means we've got a shot here. We've got DRS. Let's see if we can close in. I think he's probably a little bit too far ahead, so I thought I'd brake late just to try and psych him out, but sadly that didn't happen. But we're coming round the final corner. It's going to be a P2 finish, or is it because of that penalty? I was just praying, please keep P2. That's been a great drive for myself. But sadly, Xbox Nuthead was close behind me, and Zygon actually had a penalty. So there's the results. Binary takes the victory. Xbox Nuthead jumps up to P2. But P3, I'm very happy with that. 15 points on the board, and my consistency continues this season. You'll see with the driver standings, and I've got to say, my personal opinion, that was a race of the season. It was so enjoyable, so much fun, so many battles. So in the driver's standings, Binary has a 19-point lead to myself, but look at that. I think I've got a serious chance of finishing in the top 2 here. I'm just so consistent looking at results. Might not have the pace, but the consistency, I think I'll be there near the end of the season. There is a bit of a gap to P3 there of, what's that, 32 points. So a bit of a buffer, and looking forward to Germany next time out. Sadly, my teammate didn't score any points in that race, but we're looking pretty handy in P2. So if you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of my F1XL season highlights, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.